Now from the great state of Illinois, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the second city of Chicago. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Chicago Bears. 22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Ready to run.
They'll run here, the former Longhorn with it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On play action, here's Williams. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears 1st down.
46-yard line.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
34-yard line.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The Bears at 3-6 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
A gain of 10.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
First down. They go.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And a nice pickup there. It gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
6-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Volunteer! Volunteer. Biggie Angels. Biggie Angels. Biggie Angels.
Off the play fake, it's Williams. Now a run here. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Colston Loveland, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now the Central Florida product, it's R.J. Harvey. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 4. Now the first carry here for the running back. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
First and 10 at the 47.
To throw, here's Nix. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
The 46-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
Bombers, captain.
Here's Nix. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Away. Oh, my son. Ready. Right here.
Throwing Nix. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. And the Bears are going to take over here up near the 40.
The Bears take over 1st and 10.
Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know something, big guy? We're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
At the 41-yard line.
To throw, Williams. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Ready, sir.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. There for the stop defensively, Nick Benito. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos' 40-yard line.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
6-0 our score after 1. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he will have the Bears first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield, and if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Ready to run.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he stopped immediately there. Trey Greenlaw in there on the tackle.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept touchdown. Colston Loveland. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bears add 6 to their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13.
Broncos nothing.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. This to the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game? Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Captain. Bombers. Olay.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. He'll find Harry on the right side. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
A gain of 10 brings up third and inches.
Trying to run for it. Here's Harvey. And he's going to have the Broncos first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Pickup. First down, Broncos.
Nix to the air. He'll swing this out to Harvey. Oh, what a juke into space. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Denver has the first down, a play going for 15 yards.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Captain. Oh, my son. Ready.
To throw is Nix. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Franklin. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second.
Now it's Nix.
At the Bears' 37.
Throw left side complete. That's Franklin. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 14. The catch and run good for 24 yards. There's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. Nick's going to keep this himself. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll come up second and 7.
Captain. Oh, my son. Hey, Sean, let's go.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Nick's going to give to Harvey. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
And the Broncos first down.
Harvey will score. Touchdown, Broncos. It finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Lutz with the extra point. And it's now 13-7. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Bears in good field position to start out first and 10 at their 35-yard line. Looking to throw is Williams. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moore. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Bears first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll fake the give. Now Williams. There's a short one caught by Loveland. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll make it second down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Throwing is Williams. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. 7 yards there and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme.
He's got him in, complete. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there. 41 yards. And the Bears will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Groupie able to add the PAT. And the lead now stands at 13. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. Here we go on the return from the 1-yard line. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Throwing to start the drive. Nix. That's to the running back, R.J. Harvey. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Looking to throw. Nix. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Nix looking to throw again. Over the middle, complete. It's Franklin. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Nix from the shotgun. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Bears are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, Charles, they're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. But that one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. You come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
What is up? Hey, Motion, you see it. Motion.
And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Bears will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Williams looking to do it himself. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that's one of the few things that has not gone right for this offense so far. They've had their share of big plays. That was nearly another. But somehow, he just couldn't squeeze it.
2nd and 10. To throw, it's Williams. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game. So that flag will set him back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Here's Williams. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Bears are able to widen their advantage. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
Another not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2nd and 5. Nick's going to keep this himself. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Now a 2nd and 10.
No. Off. Go get him.
To the air, Williams. He's going to let it go again. This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A huge play there for Chicago. 62 yards. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. This is Swift on the counter. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
At the 11-yard line.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Back to throw. Williams. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll give him 4 yards there. 3rd and 7 now.
Makes it 3rd and 7.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Williams from the gun on 3rd down. He'll try and do this himself. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Colston Loveland, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Bears are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. A point after, good by Groupie. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Broncos 7.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them in the tournament. And the ball is knocked out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain of 32 that time. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 down at the 31.
Broncos 1st down.
Working out of the gun is Nix. Now he'll tuck this and run. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Montez Sweat running down. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Bears' 26-yard line. Operating from the gun, Nix.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Montez Sweat able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
3rd and long.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
Captain.
Operating from the gun, Nix. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try it now with Harvey. end zone for a Denver touchdown. R.J. Harvey. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Broncos get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Looks good on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to 22. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll go play action here with Williams. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
2nd and 4. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. They're looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Backfield empty here. It's 3rd and long.
What is up?
From the gun, here's Williams. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
Looking to throw. Williams. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and
Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that
is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
Captain.
Here's Nix. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Franklin. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the 45-yard line.
Off the play fake. Nix. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
Switch gears. Hey, Joe.
To throw, here's Nix. And that will be incomplete as well.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hey! Captain.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great effort there. 55 yards. And the Broncos' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Makes the score
Lutz with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to 22. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do.
And that's caught inside the 35. That one good for 37 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
To the left side, he's got his tight end Loveland. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Off the RPO, he completes it. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
That's another.
Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
2-yard line.
Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
At the 2-yard line.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Williams looking to do it himself. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Colston Loveland, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
And they're not able to complete it. Now just 6 seconds remain. Time for one, maybe 2 more plays. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Bombers. Ready.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Nick's going to keep this himself. Oh, wide open. Complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for